In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Episode 18. When the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, established his new home in Medina, it was a city divided by tribes, races, and religions. The Aws and Khazraj tribes had long fought bitter wars, while Jewish tribes like Banu Qaynuqa, Banu Nadir, and Banu Qurayza lived separately, each with their own laws and loyalties. There was no unity, no peace, and only tension and distrust. But the Prophet, peace be upon him, came not to divide but to unite. He came with a message that could heal even the deepest wounds, the message of justice and coexistence. He knew that for Islam to thrive, Medina had to become a place where all people, Muslims, Jews, and others, could live side by side under a common rule of peace. So under divine wisdom, he created something the world had never seen before, a written constitution. It was called the Charter of Madinah, or Mithaq al-Madinah, the first constitution in human history that guaranteed freedom, justice, and equality for all citizens, regardless of faith or tribe. The Prophet, peace be upon him, gathered the leaders of every group in Medina, the Muslims from Makkah and Medina, and the Jewish tribes. Together they pledged to live as one community. The document stated, "The believers and those who follow them shall be one ummah. The Jews shall have their religion, and the Muslims theirs. They shall help one another against any who attack the people of this document." It also declared that Medina was a sacred city, and that all its inhabitants, Muslim or non-Muslim, would be protected under its peace. No one would be wronged. No one would be forced in faith. Justice would be the same for all. This treaty was revolutionary. It was a vision far ahead of its time, a world where religion was not a reason for division but a reason for respect. The Prophet, peace be upon him, personally ensured that everyone's rights were honored. He showed kindness to the Jews, visited their sick, and stood in respect when a Jewish funeral passed by, saying, "Was he not a soul?" Under his leadership, Medina became a city of fairness. Muslims prayed in the mosque, Jews prayed in their synagogues, and all lived under the same law of peace. For the first time, humanity saw a leader who ruled not for power but for principle. But this peace came with responsibility. The Prophet, peace be upon him, reminded everyone that the treaty was sacred. It was built on trust. Breaking it would mean breaking the moral fabric of the city. Sadly, as time went on, some tribes would forget that promise. But for now, Medina was glowing with unity. It was the first true Islamic state, built not on walls, but on hearts bound by honesty and justice. The Charter of Madinah stands as one of the greatest examples of the Prophet's, peace be upon him, wisdom, a document that proved Islam is not just a religion, but a complete system of peace and governance. It taught the world that true leadership is not about ruling people, it is about serving them. So as we reflect on this moment, remember this. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, did not only unite believers, he united humanity. He built a community where love replaced hatred and fairness replaced fear. And that is why even today the light of Medina still shines, guiding all those who seek peace, justice, and unity under Allah's law. Subscribe now to True Sunnah and continue your journey through the life of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Each episode reveals how his mercy, leadership, and vision shaped the world forever.